Alright guys, welcome back to the channel for some more My Hero Academia, the strongest hero content. Your boy was MIA yesterday because he was getting his first COVID vaccine. So I was out of action. I was MIA. I was out of it. I got home about an hour later. I was tired. And I don't mean tired in terms of, I'm sleepy. Let me have a nap. Let me, sleep for a bit. My body felt drained. I was non-buff. I'm non-buff All Might. I was normal All Might. That's how I felt inside. So yeah, it does hit you. It does hit you. But we're back now. We're back to normal. Videos are back. Yeah, your boy just needed that day break because that vaccine really did hit him for his first one. With that being said, as always, if you can show some support on the channel and the video and go plus ultra on the like and subscribe button, of course, as always, it will be very much appreciated. I'm just going to do a quick video for you today going over should you summon for Aizawa. This isn't trying to, sway you to summon for him or persuade you to not summon for him. This is simply just weighing up the pros and cons, something I wanted to do when he dropped. And then I was going to do it yesterday, but of course we had the COVID vaccine. So yeah, your boy was, as I said, MIA. Yeah, it's just to weigh up the pros and cons for you. There's not that many, so the video shouldn't be too long. And hopefully I don't ramble for too long like I am now. And yeah, it's just to show you, the pros and cons. And it's not trying to persuade you in any way. So of course he did drop a few days ago, as I said in the video where we were talking about Ashido and Jiro dropping, which by the way, if you didn't know, Ashido is on the CN and Taiwan version of the game. They are still showing support in that game. She is a free-to-play character on the battle pass like Ojiro was on global, and she is an A rank character. So hopefully in future, after the next update on the CN and Taiwan version of the game, hopefully she'll be added to the class 1A banner. It just kind of makes sense. And then we'll see if Juro ends up being a global exclusive or if she also ends up going on CN and Taiwan first and then they both come to global. So yeah. So as I said, Aizawa dropped a few days ago, and as I said before in that video, that when we were talking about Jiro and Ashido potentially being global exclusives, will Aizawa, Aizawa's banner will drop before Stain, which obviously he did. And I said he'll be a bait banner, he'll be a filler banner, which he is. He's a filler banner. Whether he's a bait banner, maybe not, but he's a very good character. So he's slightly a bait banner, but more so a filler banner. Hence why he's only out for a week, whereas the usual events, they're out for 2 weeks. He is out for a week before they do indeed drop Stain, who is more than likely coming next. So of course, pros and cons, there's really not that many, but again, if you're kind of umming and ahhing, you don't know whether you should summon for him, whether you should save your hero coins, your hero tickets, your money, as I said, we're going to weigh out the pros and cons, and this isn't trying to sway you, it's just giving you the facts. And first off, what we can say for a pro is, in terms of if you do have Aizawa, then of course I would probably advise not I'm going to say this now, I'll probably advise not summoning for him, especially if you want to try and pull Stain, or Stain's your favorite character, for whatever reason you want to try and pull Stain, I would probably advise against summoning for Aizawa. But in terms of a pro, if you already actually have Aizawa, if you don't mind skipping out on Stain, or for example Aizawa is your favorite character, and again, because he's your favorite character, you don't mind not pulling for Stain, or you don't mind not having a lot of hero coins or hero tickets going into summon for Stain, trying to pull a dupe for Aizawa, 100% go for it. I tried to do the same with Endeavor. Luckily enough, with the Endeavor event, we got refunds, etc. So, it was a win-win, and to not summon again, there's no risk involved. Fortunately, we couldn't pull any dupes of him. If he's your favorite character, I'm 100% go for trying to get a dupe for Aizawa. Even if you did get him from the free-to-play grind, try and get him to SS again. But if you don't mind, potentially not trying to pull for Stain or not having a lot of resource going into Stain, then by all means, it's your favorite character. Go for it. And of course, the same can be applied if he is your favorite character. If you don't have him, the only thing is you'll be probably slightly more tempted to summon for him because you don't have him. Maybe you didn't manage to complete the grind. Maybe you didn't do the grind. I don't know why you wouldn't do the grind. But for whatever reason, you don't have Aizawa when he's your favorite character. Again, if you don't mind skipping out on Stain or not having a lot of resources to try and pull Stain, and you want to try and summon for Aizawa because you don't have him, or you don't have him and he's your favorite character, then once again, feel free 100%. If you don't have him, he's a very good character. Good in PvP, especially if you learn how to use him properly, and he's very good in PvE as well. So 100% go for it. Again, just as long as you know, or as long as you're aware and completely fine with not having a lot of resources going into Stain, or potentially skipping Stain completely. Maybe you don't want him and you'd rather get Aizawa instead. 100% go for it. Of course, the other way you can do it, you can kind of balance it out. Even if you have him, which again, I would probably advise against summoning for him if you already have him, especially if you want to pull for Stain. It just kind of makes more sense. And that is, of course, you could split your resources, especially if you summoned on Dever and, you know, you got your refunds, you got your freebies, you know, you got your hero tickets back, you've got some hero coins saved. Maybe spend some on Aizawa, see if you can pull him. Worst case scenario, you don't pull him, but at least your pity's built up for going into Stain. Then you can use the other half on trying to pull Stain, and at least your pity's built up. You're more likely to potentially pull him, or potentially your pity's almost full. Maybe you get it to, you know, that guaranteed, you know, where you're going to pull Stain. And then, you know, at least you'll walk away with one of them rather than none. As I said, not many pros and cons, if you will, but just kind of recap. Again, if you have him, I advise probably not summoning for him. You know, if you do want Stain. If you don't want Stain, don't mind skipping for him, or as I was your favorite character, whether you have Aizawa or not, then 100% go for it, especially if you don't mind skipping Stain. But if you want Stain and you already have Aizawa, I'd probably advise summoning, you know, summoning again for him, trying to get the dupes. And then, of course, if you don't have him, you also want to summon for Stain. As I said, you could go half and half on each banner, at least if you don't pull him. You know, at least you've built up your pity to potentially try get guaranteed pull and Stain. You know, it all depends how bad you want him and if you have him or not. But at the end of the day, it's entirely up to you whether you summon and who you summon for. And even if they're your favorite character, obviously you're going to want them more. You want to get them to SS, Triple S, Triple S Plus, I think, whatever. I think that's the last rank. Maybe there's another one, I can't remember. But yeah, it's entirely up to you. At the end of the day, I'm not trying to sway you whether you should summon, whether you should not. It's just a should you summon, you know, should you summon video. It's just talking about the pros and cons. If you do, if you don't, you know, Stain's coming next. Do you want him? You know, do you have Aizawa already? Do you not? Is he your favorite character? Do you want both Stain and Aizawa if you don't have him? You know, simple as that. But let me know down in the comments if you're going to summon on the Aizawa banner or if you already have. Or let me know if you're not going to summon on the banner and you're going to wait for Stain. Or even if you're not summoning and you're waiting for someone else to come out. Maybe you're waiting for Shigaraki. Maybe you're waiting for Darby potentially. Maybe you're waiting for a completely different character that isn't even teased or even in the game yet. Let me know what you're going to do down in the comments. Very short video, just as a should you summon video. Just to kind of give my 2 cents. But yeah, that's going to be the end of the video. And can easily let you know, and you can see that I won't be summoning Aizawa. I might summon for Stain, I'm not entirely sure yet, but we'll have to see. But I'm going to end this one here, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace!